Well, happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully everybody's Monday's going well. So today we are going to treat our sweet tooth to a brown sugar pecan pound cake. Something very simple, and we're going to rock and roll. Just to give you the lay of the land today, we have 3 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flour, a half a cup of Crisco, 2 sticks of butter, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of milk, 5 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of lemon, and then our secret of the day is 1 tablespoon of salted caramel Crown Royal. So we're going to get started. What I've already done here in my blender, I have creamed butter and Crisco together. I've already started my mixture, and I've already added 1 egg, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar. You want to alternate your dry ingredients with your liquid. So for every cup of flour and sugar you put in, add another egg, so that will happen. We are continuing to move around. Allow your batter to move through in your mixer, getting all of that off of the side. I'm going to add my final cup of sugar in our mix. And as we're moving, I'm going to stop our mixer for just a moment. I'm going to add our final 2 eggs. Right to our mixer. We're ready to rock and roll. It looks good. While we're doing and getting everything combined, you have your oven set at 350, so we can go ahead and preheat and be ready for us. This cake is going to go in the oven for an hour and moving through. Another thing I did in the start of my recipe, I've already taken a bundt pan. I have greased and floured my pan. Everything is already ready. Moving through, I like to be prepared. I have added our salt and baking powder to the mixture. The last things we're going to add will be our milk and all of our flavorings. I generally will add my flavorings near the end so that flavor is fresh and it's not already saturated all down in our cake. Our batter is looking very good. I'm continuing to stir down, get the walls down, and move through. As that is mixing, I'm going to slowly add our cup of milk so we're not splashing everywhere. You can already tell that the gears of the mixture have started to kick up just a little bit more because that liquid has gone in. And looking very good, I might add. Very, very good. So you want to get that milk nicely incorporated into your batter. I want to thank a good friend of mine for asking about doing something sweet, something that she can make ahead of time, have it for dinner, after dinner, put in the kids' lunch boxes, things of that nature. Of course, we know the kids are working viral and virtual right now, but hey, a good little snack goes a long way, especially when you're talking about dealing with something like a pound cake. Pound cake is not very sweet, so you can do a lot of adding. I know some good friends of mine like their pound cake with a little ice cream or a little Jello, Cool Whip, all kind of craziness. Personally, I just like a straight pound cake. We're moving through. So we're going to take our teaspoon. We're putting in first a teaspoon of vanilla in our batter. We're going to put a teaspoon of lemon extract. Get that in. And last but not least, a teaspoon of salted Crown Royal. Salted caramel Crown Royal, let me be exact. All right. All our flavorings are in. We're going to get a last few stirs. What happens, I put my flavorings in near the end because I don't turn the mixer back on. I just nicely fold in all of our flavor. Again, ahead of time, I have taken some roasted pecans and I have done a rough chop on our pecans. And what happens with our mixture, you're going to take a cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and your nuts, and you're going to mix those together. You may ask, well, why am I doing the flour? Reason for the flour allows the nuts to not sink all the way down to the bottom of your cake. So once you get in, you'll see how we're going to incorporate that into our pan and get it in. So we've got everything nicely mixed, ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna pull my pan over, move some things out of the way so you can see. I have my pan here. So what's going to happen, we're going to take our batter, and you're only going to put in half of your batter into your pan. Only half first. Then at that time, what you're going to do, you're going to take your brown sugar, flour, and pecan mixture, and sprinkle that around in your batter. Just give it a nice coating. Moving through. As we're pushing today, you can hear I've got the victory in the background, and as my sweatshirt is saying, absolute victory every day. So that's something we need to think about, especially in this trying time that we're going through. We need to think about that. In our pan, you can see we've gotten everything in there. Then you're going to come back with the remaining part of your batter. Remaining part of your batter, and put it on in. Our oven has been preheated and we're ready. There's something about brown sugar and cinnamon that makes your house smell amazing. But that on top of the fact that we're using a pound cake mixture, it is going to be great in here in just a few moments. And make sure I get all that goodness out. All of that out. Yes, wonderful. It's funny, I think about some things back in the day growing up, how this used to be one of our favorite days at home when Mama would decide to make a cake, because what happens, we would be battling over who got the spoon and who got the beaters. So that every time I make a cake, I think about that family memory and start to look around, but there's nobody to battle for the beaters and the spoon anymore. But hey, we're here. You can tell the OCD in me, I clean as I go, so I have less things to do when I'm done. Now, what happens, we've gotten our batter all in the pan. At the end of it, we're going to take some more of our mixture and just spread it around. Wonderful. And as always, you can never go wrong with extra pecans. This is a great cake for breakfast in the morning, a little coffee cake if you want to go that, if you will, just to have some fun. And also, I will say this for my adult viewers and my brown liquor connoisseurs, this is something that's amazing with a nice little glass of Crown Royal or Hennessy, and it brings out that flavor in the cake even more. So we have everything ready. We're going to take our pan, put it in our oven. It's going to cook for an hour in our oven, and it's going to be amazing. Now, just to do a quick recap, we have done 3 cups of flour, 3 cups of sugar, a cup of milk, a half a cup of Crisco, 2 sticks of butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavoring, 1 teaspoon of lemon flavoring, 1 teaspoon of salted caramel Crown Royal, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, as well as a small teaspoon of cinnamon. We have everything in for our brown sugar pecan pound cake. So we'll be back later.